Tension brews in a neighborhood in the suburbs of Songotedu as residents of Peninsula Estate erect a fence in defense of what they term private infrastructure. Now, to the residents of Engineer John Ehizo Street, it's a major impediment and a blockage to their movement. We followed up on that eyewitness photo sent to our portal. The story of residents of Engineer John Ehizo Street versus trustees of Peninsula Estate is that of love gone sour and sealed with this fence. The only road resident knew was the Start Road until the morning the trustees decided it was time to give the relationship a break, not minding the effect this may have on their neighbors, some of whom spoke with us.
When we came to buy this land in the first place, this was the route we were taking. And even all the tenants here, they took this route and they liked the place and the security especially. That was the reason why they rented the place. But since they put this blockage here, they've been complaining, they want to leave, their car is parked, that this is not the security and the road they paid for. So we've been pleading, begging, they should pull it down for the sake of, one rotten apple cannot spell doom to the rest apple tree. Because with what we've been hearing, I think it's a particular person there that against. So it's now affecting every other person.
And every time we agree on the resolution, they go back and they come up with a new terms. So we have been making every possible peaceful move to make this thing resolve, but yet we have not had peace. So, and even when the Lagos State marked for demolition, twice they refused to bring it down, and we are still communicating with them on that. It's not because we are weak, because we don't want to take laws into our hands. As I speak to you, I pay my security dues from October to 2017 October. So every dues that is needed to pay here, I am very in time with it.
With this blockade came a lot of effect, as claimed by this resident.
Yeah, you can see I'm even taking my car to the mechanic right now because it has a exhaust problem, this and that, because the road is not even motorable. If they can decide to bring that in structure, because at first when we came here, they told us that this road is the major road to our own house, but all of a sudden, has a change of plan. So,
as to how this relationship caved in, this resident gives an insight.
Now, the information we got was that the people who put the old rusty gate got angry that we didn't get approval from them before removing the old rusty gate. But I would recall that we had several meetings with the people who put the gate for them to remove the gate based on the inconvenience the gate has been causing. Because as a matter of fact, we've recorded more than 3 near cases of accidents by this junction. Now, upon further investigation, we found out that part of why they left the gate was because they were trying to get us to pay them some money to be able to use the access road that we have been using. And the claim or the idea is that the developer who wanted to use this community as an estate but couldn't use it again for an estate interlocked the road that we are all using. And they are looking for a way to get the investment on that road from all the landlords who own property along this axis. We had several discussions along the line and we reached a certain agreement to pay a certain fee, and some people had even contributed, towards the money they were demanding initially. Just suddenly, they said because there was no 100% compliance by all the landlords along this axis, therefore they were going to remove the gate, since they were going to block off this place, since we had the audacity to pull off the old rusty gate that was causing us accident by this junction. When we now exhausted all avenue of discussions and dialogue with them, we didn't have any choice than to go to, the government agency. This is a petition we wrote to Ministry of Physical Planning, Alawasa, and it was actually minuted by the Honorable Commissioner on the 13th of December, after which they sent their officers to come and carry out an investigation. Upon the investigation, they discovered that this was an illegality because it's blocking a major water flow.
While she feels the fence is a guide to extortion by the estate trustees, she also claims the Lagos State Building and Control Agency has asked that the blockade be removed, but the estate trustees seem adamant.
We suffered untold hardship in December when this thing happened, you know, because this particular axis that people are now using is quite unmotorable and unsafe, especially when you're coming in at night. So we are calling upon the relevant government agency, Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development,